What's going on, everybody? Almost Counts Collectibles here, and in this video we're going to be opening up a Power Rangers Turbo collection. Now, we just picked this collection up off of a local Facebook marketplace listing. Everything in this collection is said to be in well-loved condition, so played with, incomplete, possibly some broken pieces, and so on and so forth. So nothing in here is going to be in pristine condition probably, but the tote itself is fairly good size, and we only paid $50 for this tote of Power Ranger Turbo toys. So hopefully there's some good stuff in here. We're going to go ahead and dive in and go through everything that we got. We're going to go kind of quickly through each item. I'm going to try not to spend too much time on each one, and then at the end we'll look at everything we got, and in future videos we'll do full in-depth reviews of some of these items. Now, we actually purchased two different collections. I'll talk about the other one at the end of the video, and that video should be coming soon for that particular collection. But we're going to go ahead and dive into this one. We are unsure of what all is in here. We can obviously see some of the stuff on top. There was only one picture of kind of a downward view of the whole tote, kind of as it sets, and it was one of those pretty much first person to show up gets it. So we just went ahead and picked it up, and we're going to go through it together. So let's go ahead and dive in and see what all we got. All right, so we've moved in closer. We can go ahead and start going through our Power Rangers Turbo collection and see what all is in here. What really drew my attention was the fact that the vehicle bays to the Power Rangers Turbo playset is right here on top. So I'm hoping that the rest of the playset is actually in here. Maybe not, I don't know, but we're gonna go ahead and start going through the items. So we have the vehicles right here on top. Now, the vehicles are some of the more harder to find and sometimes a little more expensive pieces from the Turbo line. This, of course, is Storm Blaster. And we also have Lightning Cruiser here in the back. We'll get to that in just a second. Now, Storm Blaster here, I don't see it. Oh, I do see the Turbine Laser. We'll talk about that in just a second. I don't see like the cage piece that goes on top with the bar right here. I'll throw up a picture for reference. Hopefully that's in here somewhere, but I'm not going to hold my breath about it because it might not be. Granted the description of this collection. We are also missing the little front fin that goes right here. All in all, Storm Blaster here really doesn't look to be in that bad a shape. Most of the stickers are even still there. But I might try to pick up the cage if I can find one and do like the custom darker blue paint job on this. So that might be what we end up doing with this particular Storm Blaster, but nothing appears broken. It even comes with the metallic edition of the blue Turbo Ranger that came with Storm Blaster. So that is Storm Blaster right over here. I saw it. I don't see the cage right away. Hopefully it's in here, but we actually have the Turbine Laser. Now, the way the Turbine Laser works is you compress the wheels, and it actually sets right here on the back of Storm Blaster, right in between the cage, just like it did, you know, in the show. But we even get the Turbine Laser with it, so hopefully the other pieces are in there, but we'll just have to see. So we're going to go ahead and set Storm Blaster aside. And I can see two Lightning Cruisers. So we have a Lightning Cruiser right here. This one is actually missing pieces. Oh, I see one right here. Actually doesn't look broken. They might have just been removed. But anyways, this is Lightning Cruiser. This particular Lightning Cruiser looks kind of rough. Both back panels have been taken off. Stickers have been, almost all the stickers have been ripped off. I'll talk about that in just a second. We're missing one of the little wings right here. So this is more of kind of like a parts Lightning Cruiser. The other one right here looks a little more complete. Let me go ahead and grab this one. This also comes with the red metallic Turbo Ranger, just like it originally came with. So here we have a Lightning Cruiser that looks to be in a little bit better shape. Oh, spoke too soon. We are missing a tire. So that's unfortunate. We're also missing a wing here. Is it missing the same wing? I think it's missing the same wing. I don't know if those are interchangeable or not. This one seems to function a little bit better. So this is Lightning Cruiser. Now the one thing about Lightning Cruiser that I really didn't understand, in the show when Lightning Cruiser would convert into like flight mode, the outer wheel wells here in the back would fold down and they would pretty much become wings, but the front tires would also rotate down. But on the toy, they do not do that. They don't actually rotate down into the flight mode, which I thought was kind of silly. That would not have been a difficult thing to do with the toy, but for some reason they just didn't do it. The other thing about Lightning Cruiser, so the wheel right here, I have seen a couple of these with broken wheels. I'm assuming that when kids would play with these, they would probably kind of like put their weight on the back with their two hands, kind of leaning forward and kind of like push it around. And that weight is probably what breaks a lot of these back tires. That's just an assumption, I'm not sure. But I have seen a few of these with broken tires, and they're usually the back one that's broken off. So I'm guessing that's probably what's happening with these. But the main issue about Lightning Cruiser, other than the fact the wheels don't turn in the front, that my biggest complaint about these is the way that these back brackets right here, this gray bracket was created, the way it was engineered. It's kind of a, it was just a poor decision on how they did this. So first of all, in order to pull this up, you pretty much have to pull on these little tabs, which also doesn't help anything. But the main issue is the little blaster with wings that like sits on top of here, and I don't have one here handy to show you. I'll throw up a picture for reference. But the way that the piece sets on these pegs is the cutout on the bottom of the blaster is just slightly smaller than the size of these pegs. So it actually forces these pegs to kind of flex in a little bit when you snap that down on there. And the problem with that is, and it's usually the back peg, and you can probably kind of see it right here, it starts to warp these back pegs to eventually cracking, which this one's already getting stress fractures. I don't know if you can see that white in the camera, but that's what happens. It starts to stress and eventually those just break all the way off. Let's see what this other one looks like. Yeah, see, this other one is even in worse shape. I'm gonna hold them up here for comparison. But those back little pegs just can't take the abuse of putting that on and off, and they eventually break. The first one of these I ever got, the back one was actually completely broken off inside the box already. But this little back peg right here is, I mean, it just can't take it. And you can see how bad this one is stressed and bent. So yeah, that was kind of a production flaw. I mean, they really did a poor job engineering that. They could have come up with a better way for that to work. But yeah, unfortunately that will break, and sometimes the tires. And that's pretty much the main thing that breaks on these Lightning Cruisers. This one's really not in bad shape. Oh, I actually see the wheel down in here. So the wheel is here, and that plastic is still independent and spins. That might actually be a nice quick super glue fix to fix that. And maybe I'll just turn one of these into an accurate flight mode. I'll find a way to, we'll customize the wheels and turn them and put them on there. Maybe that's what we'll do with these Lightning Cruisers. But we did get two Lightning Cruisers. One's kind of a parts. The other one's a little more complete and better shape, but we got two Lightning Cruisers. So let's go ahead and set those aside. All right, I can see a lot of figures. Here's one of the wings to our Lightning Cruiser. We've got figures here. Oh, we've got a Morpher. That's a score right there. This is one of the more expensive turbo items, is a turbo Morpher. If it's in good shape and it actually works, these sell for 80 to 100 bucks all day long, especially if you have the key with it. Maybe we'll get a key down in here. This one doesn't look too bad. I won't know until I test it with some batteries, but we got a decent looking turbo Morpher. So that's a win. We've got some turbo carts. Oh, we have a turbo Megazord right here. All right. I was hoping we'd get some Megazords. We've got some of the turbo carts. I actually have, I think, all of these but the yellow one. So if there's a yellow one in here, that would be nice. Oh, we've got our other wing right here to the other side of Lightning Cruiser. Sorry, getting ahead of myself. We got a cart here. Oh, we got another one. So we have three of the turbo carts. These are kind of difficult to find complete because there are a lot of pieces that come off of these. Little guns that go in the front and all kinds of stuff. These are the only 2 or 3 I see right now, but we do have 3 lightning or turbo carts. All right, we got some figures. We have a Phantom Ranger. We've got some Automorphins. We got an Automorphin Blue Ranger. Let's see if it actually works, because these things hardly ever work. Oh, Justin appears to still have some functionality to his automorphing, so that's kind of rare. We've got a blue Automorphin. We've got, all right, hold on, let me see if I can get all these. So we've got the Key Action Rangers. We have pink and yellow. Let's see if we have any more. We've got red here. I see blue. All right, I don't see a yellow. Is it yellow we're missing? No, we're missing green. So we have 4 of the Key Action Turbo Rangers right here. We also have a Phantom Ranger that looks complete and still functioning. So we'll go ahead and set those aside. Hopefully we get the whole crew. We got an Automorphin right here. We have the smaller Rangers. We've got another Phantom Ranger, missing one of his chest plates, which is not uncommon. Those tend to fall off. We've got a Key Action Blue Centurion. We've got an Automorphin Adam. And I thought he was going to work. Yeah, he might be done. So we have an Automorphin Green Turbo Ranger. If you've seen my review of the Turbo Rangers, the design on these was one of the poorest things that they had done with Automorphin Rangers. They just try to get too much going on at once. But we have those. All right, so we'll go ahead and set these aside. We've got the Key Action Blue Centurion, so we're just missing, what, Green Ranger for all the key actions. 2 Automorphin Rangers. We've got some of the small 4.5, 4 3/4 inch Turbo Rangers. We actually have 2 reds right here. Let's see what else we can find. We've got a blue one. We've got green. Oh, can we get the whole set of these? Oh, we've got the smaller Blue Centurion. Now, I actually, this Blue Centurion actually came with his police motorcycle. And that's one of the accessories in the Turbo line I still need. So hopefully that's in here. That would be awesome. But we have almost a complete set here of the like 4.5 inch Rangers. We're missing, what, yellow? So I don't see yellow. So we'll go ahead and set these aside. Hopefully we'll get yellow. I see some villains. So we have Rygog. Oh, we have a Divatox. Wow, and she actually has both of her arms intact. She actually looks pretty good. Oh, and look, her function still works. That is a pretty good find right there. Divatox is one of the rarest figures in the Turbo line to come by, simply because they didn't make that many villains anyway, but she was the main villain. So that's really neat. She is missing her secondary little cloth cape, but that is still a major win to find a good condition Divatox figure. So we have Divatox. I see some more villains. We do have Rygog, another rare villain. Rygog, Divatox, and right here he is, Elgar. These are the 3 rarest figures kind of to come by. Once again, they're villains. They didn't make that many of them, and these were the 3 main villains. And they're all in here. Rygog's missing some of his armor. Hopefully that's in here. But yeah, we did get the trio here, so that's a really good score. And they look to be in pretty good shape. They all seem to be functioning pretty good. So yeah, that's a huge score right there. We'll set those aside. I see some more villains in here. We got Hammer-On, Visceron, missing the chest plates, but once again, that's pretty common. Oh, we got an Automorphin Red Ranger right here. And yeah, he's not even trying to morph. So I'm going to go ahead and set our villains here aside. So some pretty good scores with the action figures. All right, I do see some Zords in here. First, let me pull out, we have the bays for the Turbo Zords, like I said. Don't look to have any pieces like broken off of it. All right, we even have the ramps. So the ramps are here. Oh, well, I thought they were. Oh, nope, they're here. All right. I'm not sure if it's supposed to set up that way where the larger ones go towards the front and these goes toward the back. I'm not sure, that might be wrong, but the ramps are in there, so that is good. We have a McDonald's communicator. All right, that is not a turbo item, but they probably just threw it in or didn't know what it was, and that's actually in pretty good shape. So we got a little communicator. We have an Ooze, so another non-turbo item in our turbo tote, but we did get an Ooze. Ivan looks to be in pretty good shape and still functions. So we did get an Ooze. That's a nice little bonus. We have a shield. This is Robo Racer shield. I see Robo Racer right here, and I see more pieces to the playset. All right, let's go ahead and pull this out. We have a very nice looking Turbozord. Most of the stickers look to be on there. I don't really see any damage or broken pieces. That is a very nice looking Turbo Megazord, complete. So that is a score. I have quite a few of these now. Getting one in almost every other collection I buy, it seems. Well, that's probably an overstatement, but yeah, I've got quite a few of these now, and this one looks to be in really good shape. So that is a huge win. We got a complete Turbo Megazord out of this. And I see more turbos. We have two more yellow Turbozords right here. I see a green one. Here's another green one missing the front piece. So that's a bummer, but we did have one that looks to be in good shape on our actual Turbozord. Oh, we have a red, another red Turbozord. Could we have two Zords? That would be awesome. So we have the small version right here of the Turbo Ram when all of their weapons combined. This is the small version, and we actually have the big version right here. This one actually looks complete. All the weapons look like they're on there. I don't remember if the small one comes apart or not. It does. So we have the, oh, can I get that back in there? Yeah, sure can. We have the small Turbo Ram. So that's a nice score right there. We have the sword to the Turbo Megazord. Look at that. So we even have the sword to it. That's a plus, and we have the shield to Robo Racer here. Maybe we will get lucky and get some accessories down in there. So we'll go ahead and set that aside. We got the shield. Here's Robo Racer. Robo Racer looks to be in pretty good shape. I don't think any of the decals were applied. We're missing the battery cover, which is kind of common in kids' toys to miss the battery cover. But everything looks to be in pretty good condition on Robo Racer here. So that's another big win, another Megazord. We have a Zeozord. So once again, not a turbo item. Looks to be in pretty good shape though. Let's see if the ropes have been ripped off. Nope, they're still in there. All right, so not a turbo item, but we did get a Turbozord, or a Zeozord, the foot. I think this is pink? I think that's pink. Yeah, so we got a Zord, not a turbo item, but nice little bonus in there. Let's go ahead and grab the large Turbo Ram out. So this is kind of like the life-size version. And once again, looks to have all of the main weapons connected to it there. All of these should come apart as well. But we even got a large version. I'll take that. That is a pretty big win, especially since all of the items appear to be there. Set that aside. Oh, no way. First off, what do we have here? Okay, we have the front to our other green Turbozord. And then did it just fall off, or? All right, so it kind of looks like maybe this was glued back together. Maybe the whole piece broke apart and they just didn't put it back together correctly. I don't know. I'll mess with that later. I don't want to further break it, but we actually did get the missing piece to it, so that's a plus. We have a piece to the playset. All right, we have one of the large like columns that go on there. So that is a win. Hopefully there's more pieces in here. I think I see the base down in here. We have a rescue Megazord. Oh, I thought they were broke off at first. Even the guns up here are here and miraculously in decent shape. But that is a huge win. A complete rescue Megazord. Well, I mean, I don't see the accessories, missing the things that go on the feet. But just the fact that the guns are in decent shape, that's a pretty big win right there. Missing some stickers, it looks like. But for a used item, played with item, this thing looks to be in pretty good condition, just from a quick look at it. So that is another huge score. So we have Turbo Megazord, Rescue Megazord, Robo Racer. I'm going to go ahead and set this aside to get to the other pieces right here, just because I'm super excited to see what else is in here. We're coming to the end, it looks like, but I do see a piece of the play set. I even see a piece of Artillatron. Another Turbozord. We have pink, another green, and we have blue. I think we have another complete Turbozord. All right, so we have these three. What are we missing? Red. So I've got red right here, and we have like 3 extra yellows. We have another complete Turbo Megazord. We got 2 Turbo Megazords in here. Look at this. That is crazy. That is awesome, but that is ridiculous. Oh, what else do we got? All right, so we have I think that's a piece to the play set right there. We have the bottom part to Artillatron. And missing the door, unfortunately. And that's it, just the bottom piece. So we don't get all of the Zords. That'd have been really nice to have all of Artillatron. But we get the bottom piece. And we do have, I'm gonna set this aside. Here is the base. We have the base to the Turbo playset. And little lever still works. All right, there it goes. Doesn't look to be in too bad a shape. A little bit of sticker damage right here. Might be able to glue that down and save it. So this appears to be the American one, made in Thailand. I actually have the Japanese one. I actually got it from a larger collection we did earlier this year, I think it was. And now I think I have the American one. And here's more pieces to the playset. So we have the, oh, I'm dropping pieces. We have the crane, has the satellite on top. So all the major pieces for the playset at least looks to be present. We've got more pieces to the playset. Pretty sure those go to the crane if I remember correctly. What else do we have? We have a blaster. This is one of the pieces that go to the turbo carts. So another blaster. All right, we do have Rygog's armor. I don't know if it's all here. We'll have to see. It even has the little pegs and stuff on it, so that's good. We did get pieces to his armor. And it looks like this is the last thing, and it is the handheld Tiger game. I actually have most of these. I'm pretty sure I don't have Turbo, though, so that's a really good addition to the collection. Hopefully it works. I don't know until I put batteries in it. It doesn't look like it's turning on right now, but the screen is even in pretty good condition for one of these, so we got the Tiger handheld game. All right, guys, that was it, but that was amazing. We got 2 Turbo Megazords, a Rescue Megazord, and all kinds of good stuff. I'm gonna take this aside and put everything back in the shot that we got real quick, so we can do one last little quick review of everything that we pulled out of here. So awesome collection. Let's go ahead and do that now. All right, everybody, we are back and we have everything laid out now that we got in that bin. And for 50 bucks, I mean, as you can see, we got a lot of the Power Rangers Turbo toy line. The play set itself, I'm pretty sure I put it together correctly. I went ahead and set up the second Turbo Megazord in their individual little storage compartments. But for the most part, it's all there. It is missing a couple pieces, maybe like 2 or 3 very small pieces, but for the most part, it was complete. Then we have the other Turbo Megazord, of course, the couple spare pieces that we have on top of that. Most of our figures, we almost had complete sets of both. We're missing the yellow of the smaller Turbo Rangers, and we are missing green of the key action. And then we're missing both the pink and the yellow of the Fliphead Rangers. We got Storm Blaster, Lightning Cruiser with their actual Rangers. Only one small portion, well, it's not small, but one of the sections of Artillatron back there. I have the Rescue Megazord standing up here, kind of like, kind of like they display in the ad and directions for the playset itself. So there's both Megazords. We've got the sword sitting on there in its holder. We've got Robo Racer's shield propped up on its little holder back there. And then we got the full-size edition of the Turbo Rangers weapons that go together. We even got the small scale one back there. Some miscellaneous pieces. We got a Morpher. One of the cooler things in there, actually, especially if it works. And then we got the LCD Tiger game. That'd be really cool if it works as well. And then a couple carts. We got villains over here to include Divatox, which once again, a huge score with another Divatox figure. Rygog, Elgar, and just a very, very good purchase. Now, what makes me really excited about this is not only what we got in this collection, but the other collection that we actually bought from them as well. We bought a larger tote full of Power Rangers in Space items. We actually paid $100 for that tote because it is almost twice this, maybe not twice the size exactly, but it's almost twice as big as this smaller tote was with the Turbo Ranger toys. So I'm super excited to see what is in that, but we will do that here in a upcoming video very shortly. But we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. That was our mystery, marketplace purchase of old Power Rangers Turbo toys. And for the most part, very happy with my purchase. So until next time, everybody, I will see you next video.